Welcome back to another episode of No Sabo.
Without Elias.
Without Elias once again.
Oh my gosh.
Surprise, surprise. Anyway.
We did make it through one episode with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got me, Ivory's.
And John.
And we got...
Noel. Oh,
He's gracing us with his presence today.
I'm Elias's twin.
Yeah, because both of them usually show up late. And
I never show up late. I try never to be late.
showed up. We said at 9 and it's 9:45. So
Sorry, guys. This will be a short pod because of this.
Not just that. It's a heavy pod today.
it is.
Not for many reasons. Today marks 24 years of 9/11. And it seems like, me personally, it seems like we're losing touch with humanity. We're losing compassion. We're losing empathy. And every year we get a constant reminder of what happened 24 years ago. It feels like every year it gets worse, you know? And we just recently had some horrific events just happen yesterday. And we kind of were talking about it a little bit before we hit the record button because we weren't really sure if we wanted to talk about it. Not that we didn't want to talk about it, but we were kind of holding off. Maybe we should wait for Elias. But listen, si no vienes, pues,
Te lo
you know,
pierdes.
pues sí, ¿verdad? I mean, and yeah, I mean, we kind of started talking about it a little bit, and what I was telling these guys, it's like, it's horrible, you know, like, it was a tragic thing to happen, and nobody's happy about it. And if there are people that are feeling that way, like, I feel sorry for you, you know, because you're missing the point of what's happening. John said, you know, like, we are divided. Yeah, we've been divided, you know, and the thing is that we don't know, right? I think right now, has it been confirmed who it was? Do they have
I
who
don't
it
think
was?
so. I was just reading something before we started.
They had caught somebody yesterday, right? But then it turned out it wasn't that person or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's like, why is there a lot of like, oh, it was this side, it was this side, it was this side, when we don't know for a fact? Okay, I'm going to get a little crazy.
Do it.
Pero, and this is where I wish Elias was here, because I'm like, this was an inside job, dog. This is a conspiracy, dog. Like, let's look at what we do know, right? It was one shot, just one,
And a good shot.
and it was like in a sea of people, right? And you're going to sit there and tell me que no encontraron a la persona que lo hizo?
I guess you got a point.
And like, you gonna sit there and tell me, like, I mean, obviously I'm pretty sure he's guarded. There's security, right? I mean, you gonna sit there and tell me like nobody scoped it out? I mean, it's 2025. We've seen some crazy shit. I mean, the president also had a hit on him. When was that? Last year or whatever. So after these types of events, like, you don't think that like it would be like, hey, we gotta like check out the area, you know, blah blah, whatever, you know. Yeah. And it's like, this wasn't an angry person on one side or the other. Like, this was like, this person knew what they was doing, you know, and they had one job, and they went, they did it, y se fueron, you know? So it's like, if this was somebody that had a vendetta or wanted to take it out on the Republicans or whatever, like, wouldn't they have done like a mass thing? Like that would have been,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it was clear, like they could have done damage, right? Not that I'm saying they should have done that, not at all. But they just went for that, and now you can't find them.
That is true. I did think about like.
So I'm just like, like what's really going on here, right?
Yeah.
And I've always kind of been a believer of like the government just wants you to know what they want you to know, right? And I mean, has it not happened in history where the government itself took out people of its own, like to shut them up or whatever the case might have been? So it's like, obviously in my mind, it goes to like, did they sacrifice one of their own to instill more of this separation?
Mm-hmm.
Was he a sacrifice? Like, I mean, I'm not saying that is what it is, pero gets your mind thinking, no?
It did get me thinking, just especially when you get on TikTok and you look at different things, because then you look at the thread on X that someone close to him said that he was worried that this other country was going to kill him. That's why he was being careful on what he said.
Yeah,
Like,
Michael went down that rabbit hole last night, and I'm not going to say because I'm not trying to get all, but he was like, he showed me a video of like not that long ago, he was saying something about a specific group in a country. And this country has been known that like, si alguien dice algo malo de esta country, whatever, blah, blah, like something later happens to you. Damn. So then it's like, was this related?
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, I'll tell you guys after we stop recording, like what he said, but I mean, that's why I'm like, last night, I couldn't handle it anymore. Like, I just got off all social media and I was just like, let me just watch something else on like Netflix where I'm not being consumed by all this, because like people are just saying this, and that. But at the end of the day, like we don't know, right?
We don't.
We don't know exactly qué pasó, but we do know it was horrible,
Mm-hmm.
Te pones a pensar, like, I think que su familia estaba ahí, you know? And that's where it gets me. It's like, tenía niños chiquitos,
Yeah.
I can't remember si tiene un niño y una niña o son dos niñas, no estoy segura.
But
he has 2 kids y, like, estaba ahí su esposa, like, it's
crazy también como estaban hablando otros, vamos a decir kids, because I'm old now, but like the younger generation right there watching him, and then they were like, it was weird, like we were like shocked, like what the heck?
Yeah.
Like we portray this in the movies, so they're kind of like, we kind of are used to it. Que lo vemos en las películas, and we're like, oh.
Almost
and then
like,
we're like, oh, shoot.
Like desensitized a little
and
bit.
it's crazy. Todo eso, I mean, especially the public talking about it there. Pero sí habían enseñado también, salió video of like someone filming someone on top of the roof. Did you see that one too? Like, hey, there's someone there.
I saw one where it's footage of like somebody was filming something inside one of the buildings, and then at a very far distance se ve like como una persona corriendo right after it happened. But obviously it's not very clear because it's very far, but you just see this black speck just like running. They get up and then they run, and that's why I'm like, bro, ¿cómo no agarraron a la persona? O sea,
yeah,
like it seems wild. Like, is this a fucking movie? You know what I mean? Like,
it
this person
like
just like packed up their stuff and like, like se peló or whatever. And I'm like, how is that? It like in this time and age right now, how is that possible?
Yeah, no cameras. I mean, there's cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
And then they were talking about security cameras on the
And
building.
it's a school campus. Like,
yeah, and they said like, well, it's the older security camera, so you can't really.
you know, like that's the type of stuff that's like, it gets you like questioning it a lot more, right? Because it's a school campus. It's not in a rural area where you gonna tell me like we don't got the funds to like update our technology,
In
our
Utah.
camera. It's in Utah, in a nice area, in a nice part. Like you go tell me like I think I saw a video of a guy that was like, okay, he kind of like went to Google Maps and he's like, okay, like kind of like showing like this is where they were at. This is where they think the dude was at. Right behind that, it was like student parking. Like, you gonna tell me there's no cameras in the student parking lot? You know, like that's right behind there. And in like all the buildings, también, like how do they not
Yeah.
have any of that stuff? And for as many people as there was there, like nadie miró nada like weird. Some dude like,
Running off something.
you know what I mean?
Or traffic cameras.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, or a business camera. Like, we're cameras everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
I agree with you. It did. Like, after everything, right? I was like, and then getting on there, it did open that door for like a conspiracy, you know? And I was like, I'm not going to go down that road right now. Like,
I know. Yeah.
I got to concentrate on my closings, you know? But it does. Like, it's, I agree with you. It's just hard to believe you can't find the dude that did it. Or eventually he will find the dude, and he's probably
What's
going
going on
to
with
be
these cameras?
dead or
Oh, it's
something.
the back.
Oh, this one?
Ahora
Do I
sí.
need to see? Oh, there it goes.
There we go.
I got tired.
But what are your thoughts, John?
I feel like honestly, like yesterday was one of those moments where you're like, damn, because I enjoyed listening to the guy, even though maybe I didn't agree with everything he said. But I loved the way that he would open a platform and for discussion, and sometimes maybe nothing productive came out of it, but he wasn't scared to like have debates with other people that oppose his opinions, and I liked that, and I liked how he pushed more of the younger generation because you talked about like how the media was pushing everything. I think that happens a lot, especially when they're celebrities. I mean, like, fuck, like when Selena passed away, we're still remembering her to this day, you know? Like, so I understand that maybe like he's getting a lot of media coverage and stuff, but I genuinely enjoyed listening to him. And that's why yesterday I was like, damn, like I was a little upset because like I loved listening to his conversations and stuff, and the way like I said, maybe I didn't agree with everything he said, but I was like, I love the way that because you have to think about his perspective too. Like, yes, he makes money off of this, but he also puts himself out there. And like you said, like maybe that's a risk that he was willing to take in order for his opinion to be out there. And it's kind of sad that we came to the point that someone, or maybe like I said, maybe it was an inside job or like he had to be silenced. And that's where I'm like, damn. Because it just puts you in perspective. Like, you can't speak your mind anymore because maybe that is the risk of coming.
But okay, let me ask you this. I believe in freedom of speech. I believe everybody has the right to believe and think however they want to think, right? At the same time, do you not believe in consequences? Si tú estás en la calle y empiezas a decir chingadera y media to anybody, right? Like, you can't say, oh, I have freedom of speech y tú no me puedes hacer nada. That's not what the First Amendment says, that you're protected by what you say, right? Like, you also have to realize that anything you do or say has consequences. And I'm not saying that, you know, if I don't agree with you or you don't agree with me that we should fight or whatever. But I think that's why also people need to use common sense. And you said it earlier, like you have to watch how you say things, right? You can still think the way that you think, but you can also, like, every time, dude. But you can also, like, relay your message in a different way that doesn't come across as being, ¿cómo se dice? Like, condescending, forceful, like, you know, attacking somebody, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that that's what he was doing. Personally, I didn't agree with the guy at all. I mean, you know, like he wasn't for me, right? But again, just because he was on the other side and he said the things that he did, I wasn't like, oh, vaya ni mátenlo al güey. No, pues no, obviamente. But I just don't want people to be like, oh, well, I have the First Amendment, so I can say what I want. You gotta watch how you say things, you know, because there are crazy people out there that, like, con cualquier cosita, luego se prenden, right? So,
And it's hard. It is hard, right? Because
Yeah.
I think it was two opposites, right? At the end of the day, it's an opinion. And we're human. We're people. Like, let's go back. Even like yesterday, or I was with John on Tuesday, right, John? We were driving my pickup. I got flipped off. Right? Like,
because you're in
like,
your new pickup?
yeah, and then like they don't know me. Like I didn't say anything. They're judging me by a truck, right?
Right.
Right? They flipped us off just randomly.
Yeah.
And it's like it goes back kind of like this, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It just everybody's entitled to opinion and how they portray it and how they opinion themselves
Yeah.
and what they want to express is their expression, is their person. Everyone's different. Different. Everyone's unique. But like again, right there, am I gonna get off and beat up the guy, or you know, maybe someone else would have, or turned around and started yelling at him and got off and
we've
whatever.
all
But,
seen
like,
the road rage videos, right?
yeah, I just
where people just lose their shit, dude. Like
it's just
clearly something ain't right with you up here. If like, I mean, we all have road rage. I ain't gonna say, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I don't get pissed off or whatever. But I don't like flip off people and stuff. It's like, I might honk at you, you know, like if you're not paying attention, the light is red, or you're just sitting there holding traffic, like I'm gonna honk at you so that you can pay attention or whatever. But I'm not gonna roll my window down and be like, you son of a blah blah blah. And like, but we've seen the ones where like they come out and like they will like smash your window. Or have you seen the ones where like, let's say they cut you off or whatever, and then like they cut you off and then they're still like not letting you pass. Like
they slow down
and then
everything.
they create accidents. Like, come on, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's hard. Like what? Like you tell everybody you have your opinion. You got the right to do whatever you want. Like decide, but like it's, you know. I mean, you see the artists, public figures. They always have protection because, or they always have hate comments too. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can you turn off your vibrator, please? Yeah. It's very sad, but I mean,
It is sad.
There's nothing you can do. Stuff already happened. And I mean, I just hope that like there has to be at some point in life that where like people get sick and tired of it. And I think we've seen it bad in the past. Like the Civil War was literally because we were divided. And so see how that shit turned out. So we've already seen history, and I hope history doesn't repeat, because you're supposed to learn from your mistakes. And I feel like we're not learning from our mistakes.
And I was having a conversation with someone else yesterday, and he said the same thing. It's just like, and two people said it, the same thing that you guys are saying. It just feels like either you're all the way to the left or all the way to the right, and you got to be there somewhere. And it's like, I don't want to be divided like that. Like, you know, we're all one. in this same nation, country, why do I hate, or why would I hate, or why would I put anyone down, or just because of their beliefs? No, it's what they believe. But yeah, it's a hard topic to talk about for sure.
Yeah. I kind of got into it with one of my family members yesterday. This family member of mine, we haven't been close for a very long time. Like, our families have had their own problems, right? And he is very right wing. He's my Elias, you know what I mean? And for the longest time, like, because of our family's divide or whatever, there was no communication, and as we got older, like, we kind of reached out to each other and we're like, whatever is going on with our parents, that's their beef. That doesn't have anything to do with us, right? Like
Yeah.
we're good. And I've always been that type, like, of person. Like, I mean, problemas en las familias hay en todas, ¿verdad? Problemas entre hermanos en todos, right? And so I grew up where my parents were like, this is none of your business. This has nothing to do with you. You guys don't need to know the ins and outs of why we're beefing. Like, you guys still need to respect your aunts and uncles, and I want you guys to maintain a good relationship with your cousins, right? And that's how I still want to be. And so I have reached out to a few of my cousins in the past, and, me han mandado a la chingada, and I'm just kind of like, whatever. Like, and that's what it is. I can't be mad about, like, they don't want to talk to me. Does it hurt me? Yes, like, but that's the type of person that I am. I think that I wear my heart on my sleeve, o como se dice, and I always kind of want to make the peace and stuff. But anyways, so this cousin, hace unas semanas when the mass shooting happened, I had posted on my stories, like, something about, like, the thoughts and prayers and how we need policy and change or whatever, right? I wasn't blaming one side or another. I'm blaming the actual problem at hand, which is violence, right? And so that's kind of where my head was. It's like, we need to end all this violence. And he comes over he slips into my DMs, and he starts going off, que no, que this, que the left this, y que the left that, y blah, 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 and I put a stop to it. I said, you know what? I said, I love you, but I'm not here to bring you over to my side, and you're not going to bring me over to your side. So, like, if you ever just want to reach out to me and be like, hey, cousin, how are you? ¿Cómo estás? How are things? Please do so. Please reach out to me. Aside from that, if it's political, like, I just don't want to get into it, right?
Yeah.
Así quedó. No me contestó. Después de que le mandé ese mensaje, no me contestó. Ayer, it was like 1:30, so, like, right after it happened, right? He sends me a post. And then he sends me a message, and he's like, oh, ahora sí, like, diciendo, now that he did believe in, like, taking guns away from liberals because this is bullshit. And I'm like, here we go. And I'm like, first of all, you didn't respect the boundary that I clearly set with you about me not wanting to engage in politics with you, right? But you want to go? Let's go, right? So then he starts going off, and I'm just like, it's horrible. I'm not taking away from that. It is horrible. Where was this compassion 2 weeks ago, homie, when you wanted to go off on me about wanting policy and change, you know? I'm like, where was this compassion? Where was this rage? Where was all this outrage and speaking up about what happened to all these kids and stuff? No, que this and that empieza, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then there's somebody here locally on a Facebook made a post about it, right? And in the comments, somebody posted, which like got me like was más like upset, cause somebody left a comment that said this. I just seen what the shooter looked like, which I think it was right when they thought they knew who. Yeah. And so he goes, I just seen what the shooter looked like. I thought it would have been an immigrant or a person of color. So, like, what does that tell you? Right? Like, how does that make you feel? Right? Me? Like, it enraged me, right? Because it's like, in the midst of all this, that's where your mind first went, you know? And so I sent that to him and I'm like, that's the problem. And he's like, he's not wrong. I thought the same thing. And I'm American first. Y que sabe qué. And I lost it. Because I'm like, it comes back to like, yes, we're American. Yes, we were born here. Yes, this is our country as well. But at the end of the day, white Americans nos miran y no dicen, oh, ese es americano. Este es americano. Ella es americana. ¿Qué dicen? Nos ven como ilegales, right? Nos ven como criminales. And so I'm like, how did your mind go directly to that? You know? Oh, porque Charlie is white, porque Charlie, you know, he's against this, he's against that. Entonces, in his mind, because he's against ICE, because he's, you know, pro-deportation, all that, automatically, él pensó que alguien de nosotros, and I say nosotros as in, like, illegals, immigrants, that's who was going to take vendetta against him. And I'm like, but you don't know that. Mm-hmm. You don't know that. It hasn't been confirmed. The person they thought it was, it wasn't that person. And still to right now, we don't know who that person was. But me dio tristeza because me dijo más cosas and I was just like, I'm sad for you because clearly you have no connection to your roots. Like, and that makes me sad. Like, you say you're American first. You say que Mexico no hace nada por ti. Like, you don't benefit anything from Mexican. And keep in mind, like, my cousin, he's not full Mexican. He has 2 immigrant parents, one from Mexico and one from a different country. I just don't want to say whatever because I don't want to give too much info into him. But it's like, you know, and he's dark-skinned too, like us. And so I'm like, cuando te ve la gente a ti, like, ellos no van a decir, oh, él es americano, you know? And so I told him my piece and I blocked him. Because I'm like, I don't need that type of negativity. Like, we have difference of opinions and we can still be cordial and we can still agree to disagree and have conversations and stuff. But when you keep coming at me and saying this and that, like, o sea, attacking me, I'm like, I don't need it. I don't. And I think that's what, like, makes it more sad, you know, that I mean, I've been feeling the weight of all of these shootings, all of the killings, all of like the separation stuff for a while, and now people are like, you know, kind of saying, "Oh, now there's a divide." You know what I mean? Like, wake the fuck up. It's been, you know. I don't know. I just went on a rant.
No, that's good. I want to hear what John has to say about that right there. What do you think, John?
Nothing, because it was not my cousin.
No, but like of that comment. How do you feel about that comment?
Yeah, like it is. It goes back to everything. Like, for example, the guy that flipped us off in the Tesla. Like, bro, like you have nothing better. Your life's so shitty that's what you fucking like. That's what's wrong. I feel like everybody's easy. Maybe that guy, it was in person because he didn't. He's probably like, I don't give a fuck if they come and beat my ass. Like, but you know, like it's easy to type shit on the internet without having like, because there is no consequence. Like, how are they gonna come and find you? You know, and I think that's the issue. Like, if that's your thought, like just like any concept aside, if someone passes away and your thoughts are not like, damn, that's sad, or like you feel for that, and you come up to like with comments like that, you're like, something's wrong with you. And I think that's what's happening now. Like, people are just starting not to, I feel like, not feel human, because, you know, it's sad when someone passes, or imagine it happens to you, or that's a family member of yours, like, and your thought or someone else's thought is, damn, probably got killed by like a brown person or an illegal. Like, you're like, bro, you could, that's what's coming to your mind. But I feel like at the end of the day, I've learned in life that if you're a good human person, good things are going to happen to you. You know, like you said, we talk about things, maybe we disagree, but at the end of the day, I wish nothing bad for you.
Yeah.
And like our days keep going, and like, yes, we have our own things, but at the end of the day, like, if I'm a good human being, I think I'm going to have a good life. And, you know, if I'm a piece of shit, I think, you know, shit happens for a reason, you know? And so, yeah, like, that's what I think. Like, as long as I'm doing my part, I feel like there's still, like, faith in humanity. And I feel like there's a lot more like us that are like, you know what, we're compassionate, we understand, maybe we disagree, but we're not going to go to those extreme lengths. Like, we didn't get off and beat that guy, old guy, because he was old. We're not going to go beat his ass, because there is consequences to our
What
action. But
ethnicity
just,
was he?
the what?
What ethnicity was he?
He was white. Yeah, he's white, old. And you're like, you're not gonna go beat his ass.
Yeah.
Because like, he doesn't even know us. He doesn't like, you got the car because it was cool as fuck. Like, and that's it. There's no.
Yeah, no. I'm not doing nothing wrong or honking, loud music.
At the contrary,
I'm just
like,
driving.
You got it for like a marketing standpoint. Like, it's like to build your business so you can feed your family. Like, the fuck does that have to do with anything in politics? Like, you know, curse you for trying to do better, you know? And so, yeah. And that's the thing. Like,
I think it just, the brand now carries a stigma. That's why. Because it was related to politics. Because the owner was, he inserted himself into politics. So now that brand, that car, it's almost like a symbol. You know what I mean? And so,
but it's hard because like
you also can't like be
judge
like
a person.
No, like I can't judge you for it, but at the same time, you know, like that there is, ¿cómo se dice? Like I don't want to say thought, but like getting that car came at a consequence itself too.
But it shouldn't,
because you knew like what happened with Elon and da da da. It shouldn't. But because he inserted himself into it so hard, and they made such a big deal, and you know the decisions that he made, it translates over into his brand.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is a very good example to us business owners as realtors, that our name, our face, we are our brand, and whatever we say, we post, our decisions that we make, that definitely affects our business, right? And that's why in the past, like I've said it also in the podcast, like I am aware that I live in a red state. I am aware that I live in a very red city. Therefore, like I watch very carefully what I put out there as well, because at the end of the day, if I was one of those crazy super left people like mandando gente a la verga y que sabe que y poniendo chingadera y media, like that's gonna hurt me. That's gonna hurt my business, right? And so unfortunately, all the shit that he did has hurt his business. I think I saw a post that said that he's no longer the biggest billionaire or richest person.
No, Oracle just took over.
Something like that. Yeah.
Who?
Oracle.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, besides the fact of the point is, like, he's still, like, it's one of those things, like, he bought a U.S.-made car. You know, like, forget the owner. Like, he's supporting a U.S. business, one of the biggest companies in the world, or the one that's producing one of the biggest job producers in the United States. Like, talk about forget politics, like, just helping your own country, supporting your own country.
Yeah, and not only that, like let's say it does, or if it doesn't, or you get your love, you get your hate, but at the end of the day, like, I like it.
Yeah.
I drive it. I'm not doing wrong to anyone, right? I'm doing my job to provide a service, to provide help, and if some people will like it, some people won't, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's me.
I saw this video in Salt Lake. I think it's like something EV something, but he's one of the biggest EV sellers in Utah. And this was during the time that people started protesting for Elon. There was this like old man that was outside protesting. I don't know if you saw it. And the owner came up, and he's like, "Hey, like, just so you know, we do sell Teslas here, but Tesla doesn't get a single dollar from my business. Like, you're protesting in front of a small business, a local business, and it affects me, my family. And I'm like, if you want impact, you can go and protest at the Tesla dealership.
Yeah.
And so, like, you see, like, that concept. The guy is trying to make a living for himself, and how is he supposed to dictate what the narrative in the country is? He could have been selling Teslas and nobody cared about Elon.
Yeah.
And now everybody's pissed at him, so he's not gonna stop selling his cars just because people are pissed. Like, and so it's kind of sad because we take it out on other people. Like that guy trying to take it out on you. Like, what did you? We've never met the guy in our life.
I think it goes back to human being, right? Let's go back to, and I have always known and learned that, like, there's three things I've heard it all the time. 3 things you never talk about, right? Politics, religion, and how much you make.
Yeah.
Because all those things stir up a person without wanting. Being good friends because, oh, dude, like, gana más, blah, 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 blah. Or creen esto, or él está más acá. Like, it stirs things up overall, and it sucks, but, like, you're human.
Yeah.
Like, it happens, and it shouldn't, but it happens. That's why you're always careful talking about different, like, those things, and not trying to say careful. I mean, no es que no tengas confianza, pero
You just have to
es así.
choose your words wisely. Like, it comes down to that. Like, just everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own view. But just choose your words wisely, and choose your tone, like.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to, what's the golden rule? You know what the golden rule is? Treat others how you want to be treated.
Oh,
Come
Oh,
on,
yeah,
man.
I agree.
So it's like,
100%.
if I'm going off on Noel because he got a, dumbass truck or whatever, I can't expect him not to come back at me and say something, like, I'm opening that door.
Yeah.
right? So,
I agree. Like,
y si le dije.
treat how you want to be treated, right?
Yeah.
Like, así nos llevamos o lo
Sí,
que sea,
and
¿verdad?
that's
Pero,
the
like,
thing too, yeah.
like, yo sí, like, even, yo pienso que because you don't know quién te va a extender la mano, ¿verdad? Yo me acuerdo desde high school, yo hablaba con todos. No importaba, yo le decía hi a todos, like,
Yeah.
Porque
Uno
nunca sabes.
sabe cuándo vas a
Nunca
ocupar de
sabes,
alguien,
¿verdad?
yeah.
And like tratar everybody right. Yo le digo, I mean, I've told John before, like I was like, hay gente en la industria que no me quiere or whatever, and
Yeah.
like yo todavía les digo hi, aunque
Yeah.
I know que no me quieren
Because
lo que sea,
it
pero
speaks more of your character than theirs.
yeah, and I'll say hi hasta el día que no me digan hi, right? Until they
Yeah.
like turn around, make a face, and then all right, well, and that's my cutoff.
Yeah.
But other than that, I always, hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Oh, how you doing? Like, okay. Pero I'm not going to be an ass about it.
Yeah.
An S?
Ass.
Oh, I was like, what is ass? Damn. I can't believe you didn't like his truck.
No, but he like pulled
She
up.
wanted to get one.
No.
I heard through the
No.
grapevine. She
So-
was going to pre-order one.
No. Okay,
Yes.
let me tell you. So, cuando de recién salió que iban a sacar el Cybertruck and all of this or whatever, this was before he went political, right? When they first came out, when Teslas first came out, it was like, oh my gosh, that is so cool, blah, blah. And like I told Elias one time, right? I was like, who was buying them then? Who was buying Teslas when they first came out? Republicans?
I don't know.
Conservatives? No. Right? Like, it was people, like, in my mind, it was people that are like, almost like hippie, like, oh, I care about the earth and I care about, whatever. And like they went, full on electric vehicles and blah, blah. And people, gente de dinero que podía pagar eso, whatever, right? And so when they first came out, I remember one of Michael's like family members, he bought, I think, one of the first, what was it? The Model S was the first one, right? That came out. And we were like, dang, that's so cool, whatever. Then they bought a Y, right? That's the SUV one, right? And we were like, dang, that's cool, whatever. My kids were like, oh my gosh, Teslas are so cool, blah, blah, blah. Then they announced the Cybertruck. And Michael was like, oh yeah, they look so sick, blah, 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 And he put, I think at the time you could put like $100 or something like that. And he put it, but then didn't they like delay production or delay que sabe qué and whatever? So then obviously he got the money back or whatever. But then once Elon went super political and all this shit, and then you saw the shift of who was buying them and who was returning them. Because I don't know if you guys saw it.
The fuck was it now?
It's one of the lights. I don't know if you guys ever saw videos of people that had owned Teslas for years and they were trading them in.
Yeah.
And so like I questioned Elias at one point because he was considering getting it, and I'm like, why now? Why right now are you so infatuated with the Cybertruck? And I'm not saying that that's why you did it. I don't think that you did it for the same reasons or whatever, but like I'm like, why all of a sudden? I'm like, you didn't, like, Tesla never sparked an interest for you before, so why now? And he didn't really say anything when I questioned him about it,
I've always liked them from the beginning.
But that's why, like, yes, I didn't put that $100 down, but like Michael did or whatever.
Yeah, Michael liked it. He saw it.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Well, like, I even have pictures of like years ago, whenever we'd go down to California, or I think we were in Hawaii, and my son was 5. And at that time, this was my oldest, he like loved Teslas. And so we went to a mall, y ya ves que at certain malls tienen like the Tesla store or whatever. And like he'd always loved going in there. And I have pictures of that, of like, we're talking 7 years ago, you know? So it's like, did we like them and stuff? Yeah, but I think now what it represents has changed in our, you know?
Yeah, in your guys' eyes. For me, it doesn't represent anything. For me, it represents my truck. I like it. Mm-hmm. I really do. Like, I was debating.
And that's what matters at the end of the day. Nobody else is making the payment but you.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, if I like it, it's like anything and everything. Mm-hmm. And I don't, like, if I like this shirt, I'm going to wear it. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
And if John likes those pants and he feels comfortable, he shouldn't care what I think.
Right.
At all, right? And I shouldn't judge him that he likes those shoes. I don't look good in those shoes, then I won't wear them, right? But like, that's me. That's me. Like, if I always tell him, like, dude, that truck is sick. Your car is sick, right?
Yeah.
I like, I'll be honest, I like when everybody's different.
Yeah.
And I love that. Like,
you don't want to live in a, what is it?
Cultures.
Is it a, when everything is the same, is it a utopia? Right?
Is it?
I think so.
But even cultures, if I go back to cultures, bro, like every culture is totally different. Every language is different. And I don't know. I think that's just super cool. Yeah. Like, you dig into different people and it's like, I love the difference. I mean, like, even people, I don't have a tattoos, but I think they're cool. Like, I think some people like really can wear tattoos and, good for them. That's sick, so. Or piercings, right? I don't have no piercings, but sometimes, like, everyone's different.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that. Like, for me, when I see it, right, I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's different. Like, oh, I couldn't rock that, but that dude can rock, a guitar and everything. And, I think difference, I like it.
Well, that's what makes America, America, right?
Yeah.
Like, we have, and I think I've also said this before, it's a melting pot of all kinds of cultures, all kinds of living beings, all kinds of people all around the world. Like, and that's why we're all so different and unique too, because we've been exposed to all kinds of different things and not one thing is superior to the other.
No.
But I also think that's where differences of opinions are happening a lot more with certain people, where it's like they think that one is superior to another, And like we've said, you would think that we would learn from the past. But aquí estamos.
Yeah.
Still fighting struggles from the past.
And it's easier. I mean, nowadays, like, como we see it all now on phones. Like, what's going here, and you get angry because of that. And what's going over there, you get angry because of that. Like, oh, antes, I mean, whatever was happening in, Nevada was happening in Nevada, and it was it.
You didn't hear about it till later on,
someone.
Which just circles back to the beginning of our conversation. How is it that we don't know exactly who did it, what happened with all this technology?
Yeah.
Well, I want to know what people think on anything we talked about today. It'd be interesting. So please let us know.
Yeah, comments.
And hopefully we have Elias next time.
So that way he can cook
Hopefully.
We should have him record something on his phone.
Actually,
attached to it.
Is this 49?
I believe so, yeah.
That's like a C, right? Let me just make sure. Are we gonna do anything for 50?
Yeah, probably not. Unless we skip a week and plan it.
No.
Que una carnita asada.
Yeah, this is 49.
Fuck, we should just go and get a grill and bring it here.
Es que mira, si tú y yo no lo planeamos, no va a pasar.
Yeah.
Es la cosa.
Elias, can we have your credit card so we can go and buy a grill? We'll do it outside because if we go to his house and then
Wait, una carne asada where?
for our 50th.
For our 50th episode.
This one is it?
No,
it's
it's the
49.
next one. The next
Dude,
one
yeah,
is 50.
bring some carne asada. I'm hungry.
What if we tell her to do catering? We'll have carne asada catered from somewhere here, so we don't have to cook it.
Who has good carne asada?
Nobody but to either have shitty carne asada and no carne asada, or that shitty carne asada. Or some carne asada fries. Or a carne asada fries burrito.
That doesn't sound good, but I am trying not to eat. I told Martha I wasn't gonna eat. She's not eating right now.
Ching.
She's doing a fasting, and I was like, I'll join you.
Okay, Muhammad. Or who was the one? Gandhi, the one fasted.
Kind of works for Nelden's wedding, so I can be skinny.
Yeah, you can't start in 4
You haven't
weeks.
seen him? He's disappearing.
Yeah, I know. I was like, dang, is that, is the George Clooney or John?
I haven't eaten in 3 days.
That
You haven't ate in 3 days?
Hey, I'm worried about him, eh? He's developing an eating disorder.
Really?
Did he tell you what he does?
No, I did that one time.
He said he chews it and then he like spits it out.
There was a
La
Danish.
comida.
Jerry brought Danishes.
What?
And I really wanted to eat a Danish, but those are fucked up. I was eating so good. I think this was like maybe a month ago.
It was not a month ago.
Yeah, it was last month
That's
for
not
sure.
good, John.
And I told Jerry, I'm like, I want it so bad. I want to eat one so bad, but I don't want to. Like, I was eating so clean, and I was like, I'm just gonna chew it. And she's like, no, just eat it. And I'm like, no, because if I start eating, I'm gonna eat the whole thing. So I took a bite, I chewed it, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna spit it out. So I spit it out.
That's an eating disorder.
Yeah.
Hey,
Dang.
there's $250 that I'm not trying to pay out.
Eso y no comer.
No, I do eat.
I see
do.
the 6-pack coming in.
Yeah.
Have you lost more weight
Yeah.
since you told me last time?
Yeah.
Like 35 pounds, right? You said?
Oh no, I haven't lost way more than that. I think right now like at 37 pounds. Not from the weigh-in here. I'm
Yeah.
going off of the weigh-in that I did at Tony's wedding. Like the week before Tony's wedding, I went to the doctor and we started this like maybe a couple weeks after the wedding.
Yeah.
So from the time that we started, I went to the doctor and we started. It was 10-pound difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So from the contest here, I've only lost like 27 pounds. But from
Only,
good.
dude. Only.
That's good. He's
but
winning.
from Tony's wedding, it's been 37 pounds.
It was all a motivation to get him to lose weight.
It was fake. It was fake. Like, we were just
Me
motivating you.
sacrifiqué yo, seguí comiendo para que ganara él, you know?
Yeah, because it's 2 to 1 pounds. So if she loses 10 pounds, I have to lose 20.
Yeah.
So if she loses 15 pounds,
She wins.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
No, I'm not doing that.
No?
But Elias went up in weight too.
Elias went up, yeah.
Shit.
But Elias also has the power to not eat for a week. He has the drive.
Really?
Nah, está loco ese güey.
Okay, maybe not a week, but maybe a day or 2. But I mean, I haven't been starving myself. I've just been eating, instead of 3 meals a day, I've been eating 2 paced out ones. But I did fuck up on Tuesday. My boss
Yeah.
over here took me to Yomi because he was going to take me to Che, and he cheaped out.
Oh, de veras.
He
You didn't
cheaped
go to
out.
Che?
No, he said he's like, oh, 'cause the whole week before, he's like, I want to go to Che. I want to go to Che. I was like, all right, let's go on Tuesday. And then we couldn't find anybody to take us on lunch.
Ah, te digo.
But anyways, there's a conversation for next time. Thank you, Noel, for
Yeah.
being on with us. Hopefully we have Elias next time.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
And I will call you again. Say bye.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for listening to us, and
Hopefully episode 50 is more
hopefully,
lighter.
yes.
Hopefully.
But-
Hopefully there's an episode 50. We can always skip it.
How we gonna skip it?
Oh, just go to 51, and then we'll save 50 for another day. Just kidding.
No.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy. Peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
See ya.
Give it to me